You are listening to the Showbiz Side Hustle podcast, powered by PerformerPreneur. I am your host here, Nicole Louise Geddes, and together we'll be delving into all of the ways that a showbiz side hustle can support you now and long into the future. So sit back, relax, and listen in, and together let's get inspired to take action to create the life, future, and business of your dreams. This episode has been sponsored by Bunny the Divine, the international award-winning burlesque performer and travelling showgirl with a unique take on life, the arts, self-confidence and empowerment. Follow her glamorous journey through her YouTube channel, The Travelling Show Bunny Girl, and celebrate the femininity, artistry and fierce power within us all. I'm going to start this episode with a truth bomb. You will fail at some things, and that is completely normal. But to stop pursuing your showbiz side hustle dream because you fear failing is absolutely ludicrous, because you will fail at some things. So we need to understand that it's absolutely normal and hold our hands up and be open to the fact that we might occasionally, not very often with support, may I add, fail at a few things. But it should not stop you. Please don't let the fear of failing stop you. And I'm here today to encourage you to understand that feeling and to work with it and push through it and become a better person by believing and understanding that failing actually sometimes can be part of the plan. The universe has a plan, right? I'm a little bit woo-woo, but also scientific. And the universe does have a plan. And quite often, the things that we do fear failing is because we aren't competent at them. We don't understand enough about them. We need more knowledge on them. And so we use that as a distraction and a procrastination point, or even an absolutely standing still, stop, not starting, to stop us from doing and being and becoming what we want it to be. It's really normal to fear failing. Most of the time, my clients are saying they are scared because of what other people will think. Yeah, failing in front of other people. But no one really cares. No one really watches your every step and your every move. So please don't use that fear of failing in front of other people as a procrastination tactic that's going to stop you from starting. Because when you are successful, you won't be worried that people saw you fail or fall. You'll actually be excited and amazed at all of the wonderful things you've achieved after that very small failing and that very small fall, because it is normal. But today, I want you to focus less on the failing and more on the superpowers that you have to push you through. So yes, there's moments where things might go wrong. Yes, there's things that you might not do very well. And actually, they are huge clues as to where you need to do more learning, more understanding, more asking of questions, or finding more support. But what can you do? If you can focus on the super you, then you can push yourself through this fear and you can see all of the wonderful things that you can do. You are your superpower. You are the energy behind your dreams. And if you focus on what you are good at, what you can do, what you believe, and what is capable of you, then you will get to where you want to be with a very, very, very small fear of failing. It'll still be there. But it's imposter syndrome, right? It's always the things that we're not the best at that take our main focus. But shift your focus, shift your ideas, and understand that you have so many things to offer your business, to offer your next chapter, to shine a light on in the next spotlight. And we need to be identifying what are your super yous. So today's podcast is about the block, which is fear of failing. But as always, I have some actions for you to take. And I want you to write down all the things that you can do, all the things that you're confident and competent at, that you absolutely won't fail at because you've done them a million times before. And what's going to be super surprising for you is that some of those things don't necessarily feel like business things, don't necessarily feel entrepreneurial, but they are absolutely integral to your journey and to this next step. And many of them will come from your performing career, and they have created this very unique super you that you can rely on, that you can use to push yourself and propel yourself forward on this exciting new journey of entrepreneurship. Let's take me, for instance. I love to talk. And I find talking quite easy and quite natural. It's one of my superpowers, and I can guarantee that I'm absolutely not alone at that. So here I am creating a podcast using my voice, using my superpower, using a superpower, may I add, that I have gained confidence in and understanding of from my performing training and performing career. So I have taken that, and I am slightly scared of failing on this podcast. Of course I am. I'm only human, but I'm concentrating on all of those superpowers, all of those things that I as a performer can do to make sure that I feel that this space, this direction, this next chapter will be a success for me, and you can too. So what are your superpowers? How can you use them as a driving force to overcome that fear of failing, and also forget those other people that are watching and maybe you think that they're keeping an eye on you more so than they are, and focus on everything that you will do and achieve and become and be using those superpowers. My last word on this is every emotion is a clue. And if you are sat there struggling and you are in fear of failing, then really do dig deep and understand what it is you are scared of and what you can do to overcome that feeling, that worry, because it will be within you. You'll know if you need to ask a few more questions. You'll know if you need to do some more research or get some more knowledge or take a course. So please do be aware of what these fears are. Every emotion is a clue, but know that the challenges are in your head and the chances and the successes are in your hands. So take a firm grip of this feeling and focus on your superpowers, focus on your super you strengths, and go forth knowing that you have the ability, you have the strategy, the success, the understanding to do this too. And that's always what I'm saying. This is here for you to do too. So please do lean in, buy the book, join the Facebook group, book a one-to-one if you really need, and we will work together to make sure you know your superpowers, you know your strengths, and that you can overcome this fear of failing, because you will believe 100% that you are going to be successful at this because you have the skills to do so. There you go. It's a short and it's a sweet one. What are your superpowers? Sit down with them, work them out, take action after today's episode, and make sure you can highlight all of the things you can do, because believe you me, there's more than you are giving yourself credit for. And there's plenty on that list, on that brainstorm, on that spider diagram that I'm hoping you're going to create that will power you forward on your pursuit of performerpreneur success with your Showbiz Side Hustle. So take a moment, take a breath, work out what they are, and then use them to push you forward and to really push away that fear of failing, because you won't. I mean, you might do a little bit on some things, but not enough to stop you. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you for joining me here on the Showbiz Side Hustle podcast. So until next time, please do take a little bit of action, that very first step, and make sure that you are doing something for you and your Showbiz Side Hustle this week to move you forward and get you heading quickly and swiftly and strategically towards success.